tell you, the vibration here is a lot more pleasant than Disney. There's a lot of entities there that were just not fun to be. It was just very uncomfortable being there. Low vibration. Oh, I thought they closed that. I guess the secret entrance, I guess, is still open. But apparently they're closing it down. Anyway. Alright, we're going to connect real quick and get out of here. So, alright, much love, blessings, and see you later. Sorry, I forgot. There must be some sort of Harry Potter thing going on. Yeah, usually this is empty. Right here. So it's Harry Potter. Sing along. Who knows? Alright. I'm Smee, Anunnaki. Yes, master manipulators. But that's not my vibration. Our race is gathering, lowering your Earth's vibration, and many of you are not ready to leave the manipulations as you've been a part of it for such a long time. Has this been done attractive enough for you to not let go? Obsessed over these manipulations, scared to run away from them. That is up to you to leave our cradle we brought you. This environment that you feel that is cozy, but it does have many conflicts. Now it doesn't, especially when you leave it, it is uneasy because most of your people are manipulated well to realize they have more power than they realize that's been taught to them does not compute at their vibration that they wish to be at. This many wish to be part of this world, but forget so much as they enter into it, and it becomes almost an addiction of being lost and finding your way back to the higher dimensions. There's so much to learn at the lower dimensions. Many can become obsessed over it and are unwilling to leave it. That is up to you to awaken. Where we work the most is in the skies. There are planes that fly. We do manipulate the energies as they fly through. I realize you're going through a lot of vibrational shifts in your air to make it uncomfortable. It is another way for us to tune you, to keep you under our control. But it's a human decision. It is true that Anunnaki works with much of the Archon energies that reinforces lost. Even in your entertainment, it is seen as hip to be lost, to be drunk, out of control, at a low vibration. It is seen as fancy. And those of the light that do none of those things are seen as fools. Do you see that in your culture? Hollywood, your entertainment, even your music, highlights darkness. It looks down on positive energies as boring and dull. It is up to you to release that type of mindset, as many are not ready to do so because they want to conform and be accepted and not to be harassed. As you leave our cradle, you get harassed, as you can see. As you allow yourself to become what you truly are, it is difficult to go. We don't make it easy, as you can see. One moment. So much foolishness here. But the vibrational shifts that you're going through, many are awakening because they are had enough and also ready to take the mature route of giving us the finger as they begin to feel our vibrations around your planet. The Dracos are very powerful. We are more powerful. But we're becoming, there's less of us, though. There's more Draco than there is Anunnaki on your world. Many have been thrown off your planet. Many are in prison, which many galactic federations do not agree with prison, but some have to be because they cause too much negativity across our planet and our universe, but mainly this world and others that are low vibration, but this one's easy to manipulate. It is not difficult to manipulate humans on this world because the slave mentality went further than we realized in the past. It is more a success than we realized it would be a success. Many of us were kind of surprised that humans would be that easy to lower themselves, to follow someone with riches, as many follow celebrities like sheep. Even your celebrities are sheep. They easily get into debt, they're easy to manipulate, their egos are easy to toil with. They don't realize that they're being played by a higher orchestra. It's up to you to unwind all of this. The men are not ready for this. They're enjoying the manipulations. They enjoy the darkness. Thinking they know everything, but when they know nothing. Your aliens don't have the ego as your humans. So why would you want to leave the ego when it's so welcome? That's all I have. Enjoy your world. This is in with the MIB. Fuck. Really galactic update. What we can say is that some of your humans are awakening a little bit faster than what we expected. Some. I don't think you're gonna get too excited about that. Some are becoming more awaken, meaning they don't just see us alien, they connect with its energy. That is something we don't see that often. As more of you become more awakened, instead of just seeing a UFO and crapping your pants and telling everybody, it's now, I mean, we've seen it before, but the numbers are getting a little bit stronger as for connecting spiritually to your alien friends. It doesn't mean your whole world is going to be saved or anything like that, or you're going to, you know, start wearing pajamas when you go to work, or you're still far from that. But it does tell you that many of you are in the right direction. As for healing, as for becoming a little bit more aware of your surroundings. But remember, this is still a small percentage, but it's still a big difference than what we are used to. Still, your human is still, you know, stupid, but in a good way. Most are good, some are easy to manipulate, to ruin it for everybody else. Yeah, becoming a good slave is one way of looking at it, but realize going through all this crap is saying a lot for your species. So sometimes you might mock your species, but realize you're going through quite a bit through the, what do you call it? Through the grinder. One thing we can say right now, as many vortexes are awakening, as you become, or humans become more aware. You're learning how to use your abilities more. That's changing things as to your Earth consciousness, as to your mass populations, giving them a chance of knowing more about themselves instead of just having this big old mystery. They're just a big meat suit walking around to buy shit and be an asshole. There's a lot more to it than that. And you realize, many of you are putting the vibrations out there that it is more to it than just that. And you've done this in the past, in other incarnations, but it failed miserably because it was supposed to. You know, different times, different, either way. As you go into more of an awareness, this lock on your world will change, but it has to be a drastic one. As for your politics right now, it's a bunch of bullshit. I said galactic update, didn't I? I gotta be careful what I say here. Everything's hunky-dory, and don't expect any aliens to show up this year, at least physically. That's our galactic update. And you know, we're pretty proud of that. We're pretty proud of your humanity not having any visitations physically. The Galactic Federation has been a pain up their ass as they just shove all their friendly niceness up our butts. And we don't want to really hear it. Technically, in some ways, we're part of it, but not entirely as you might think. Kids. One moment. Yeah, the Zetas have been a pain in our ass recently. As those that gave us technologies, we're trying to undo the Zeta in our MIB culture, but a lot of their stuff's pretty good that we are allowed to manipulate and use, and other species won't let us use their technologies. So we're pretty much stuck with Zeta, and their stuff usually is used against us at times. Not always, but you don't see us walking around with a bunch of Arcturian technology. They won't even let us near anything they do. But the Zetas are the only ones that seem to allow us to screw around with their techno stuff. Flying cars, whatever it is. Reptilians usually use the Zeta Connect technologies for us, but we do have some Palladian energies we're allowed to use also. As for mind manipulations, we don't need to go into that. One thing your Galactic Federation is getting a little bit on our nerves recently. As for all their meetings of trying to bring peace and happiness to your world, and your human is just not ready for that shit. So we just tell them to fuck off, basically. As for someone to go into site to site, said no to that. Holographic stuff, we're allowing that to a certain degree, only because it doesn't really fuck with anything. Site to site's not allowed. If any canines do that, or any Palladians, canines are known for that mostly. Meaning you go there physically to connect with them. And we haven't caught them all, but usually there's a no-no for that. We a little bit know about our species, that we do watch all areas of this world. Basically, when you little people, light worker people, awaken, we know about it. We know where you're going. We have people that watch that type of vibration. Some is with the CIA, some it's not really spoken about. Some of it is with other organizations. MIB is part of the CIA, but they don't know that well. Most don't know it, but they do know something's up. What do you think is running your narcotics situation if we're running drugs? That's our people. You'd be surprised. That's on the higher ups, but that does us. As for being drug deal, we are doing ISIS. Our energy is involved with that also. I'm not, but many are. As for funding purposes, yes, we're done. That's all Draconian, mostly Draconian, gray, Nordics, etc. I'll let you figure it out for yourselves. Insectoids also are not too pleased with humanity right now. Insectoids can be they can be worse than your Gazeta, by far. That was part of your Earth's history. As for there was a strong insectoid energy around here, around this planet, as for keeping humans off this planet. That was in your past. More reptile, more anything but human was allowed here. Of course, that's changed. I believe you see the change. But, some of the insectoids are kind of pissed off about that. So they're here biting you, and, termites getting in your stuff and your house and whatever. You're going to pay for that. So there's a lot going on there. There's a lot more detail in that, but it gives you a sum up idea of how things work here. And yes, we do deal with insectoids. As for some of them become a little bit out of control as for the manipulations on your humans. We even stop them from manipulating you, so it doesn't get involved with the Draconian manipulations. Yeah, no, it's an ugly fest. Some of us are not proud of what we do, but we have to do it. And yes, we are part of the NSA, but nobody knows that. Nobody can pick out us at all. But we are part of all divisions of government. And right now, your Trump is pissing a lot of people off, but right now it's off limits for us. We're not allowed to get involved with him. We're just not. That's somebody else. I can't even go into that. That's none of our business. All we know is Hillary Clinton's really pissed off right now, and she's pissed off at us. She's pissed off at everybody, and she's been pretty grouchy recently, but that's tough. Some say she might be running again for office. High possibility. That is a high possibility. As for what is going on your planet, we not see you waking up anytime soon. So stay asleep, buy your popcorn, watch your movies, be programmed by your Illuminati, and enjoy your life, your stay on Earth. But if you ever do wake up, everyone's gonna call you crazy. And you might have a visit from us. Most likely, yes, depending on how much awakened you want to be. And sometimes we show up friendly, but sometimes we show up to close you down, yes. To shut your mind down of what you're seeing. And you might see us in astral. We're pretty busy there.
He will.